Okay, as most of you guys know, I just recently got into the One Piece epicness, but there were a few moments that I knew about before even watching one episode of One Piece. Not because they're so legendary to the series, they're just legendary throughout all of anime, like I see it in countless comments and videos and trailers to video games and stuff and whatnot. But there are three main things I am hyped for in this catching up. Probably more if I actually sit down and think. One, the Luffy versus Usopp fight, which I just witnessed, the I Want to Live scene in the time skip, simply because I want to see how powerful they are when they come back from the time skip, whatever the circumstances are there. But I knew that there was a Luffy versus Usopp, but nobody spoiled me on that, so rest assured I'm still legitly experiencing this epicness. But I never knew why, because I knew, even without being a fan of One Piece a while ago, I knew that Usopp was a part of Luffy's crew and they were tight. So I was like, why? Like, what could possibly make these guys go at each other to the point where it's such a legendary fight that I'm hearing about it without even watching or reviewing One Piece? And then I watched this episode. 236 is truly a legendary episode. I see why you guys have been saying, wait till you get to this number, for like the past week or so. And at 234, when Luffy says that it's time to part with the Going Merry, I already knew that was the setup for this amazing fight. And let me say that Usopp, I mean, he showed his ass this episode, yo. I mean, none of that scaredy pussy bullshit he's usually been on. And in my last video, when I reviewed the Skypiea arc, you guys know that I said that Usopp was kind of getting on my nerves because of all the cowardice and, running away and all that stuff. Granted, it is kind of more realistic in a way, because a lot of us would run away in some stuff that he ran away from, but he just got on my nerves because every time Luffy, Zoro said, let's go do this, he's like, no, I'm good, I'm coming up with a new disease. Like I said, it was funny at first, but then it kind of wore out its welcome in my eyes, and he just became an annoying character. But the past 2 or 3 episodes, and especially this one, just seeing how determined he can be, and just seeing this guy's resolve and facing Luffy, the guy with a 100 million berry. Oh my god. Just knowing that he will go up against him without any fear in his eyes, that just completely changed Usopp's character in my mind. All kinds of respect to this dude, man. And I mean, I know it's because he knows Luffy's weaknesses and know his abilities and stuff and whatnot, but why didn't Usopp go into the Frankie Pirates hideout doing this kind of shit with the explosions, the dials and everything? I mean, his resolve was there. That's what impressed me with him. Like a few episodes ago, he went up in there by his goddamn self. I was like, oh man, Usopp, you're stepping it up, dog. But he went in there with the resolve, but he didn't go in there with the equipment. So this episode showed me that Usopp really has what it takes to hang with the big dogs if he really puts his all toward it, man. Because I mean, even though they're broken up now, and this was a very emotional episode, I'm pretty sure this is not the end of Usopp and Luffy's adventures together. And I know this because I know of the time skip, and I see him in the time skip with longer hair and stuff and whatnot. So I mean, I'm not sure if they're together, but I'm pretty sure they're not done for good. They may patch things up in the next few episodes, but this fight was amazing, man. Usopp actually had the upper hand at one point, but we all know how strong Luffy is, and just the fact that he went up against this guy, knowing how strong he is. And side note real quick, everyone in this episode was brought to tears but Zoro. I don't think Sanji was crying either, but he was tearing up in a way. But Zoro, what is going to make this dude cry, man? Does he even have any tear ducts? But the part where Usopp caused that huge explosion, I was like, oh my god, when I saw the Going Merry itself crying, weeping over these two friends fighting over her, I was like, bruh, this anime just reached a whole new level of deep. I was like, what the fuck is this ship fucking crying, yo? But the thing that impressed me the most was Usopp's artillery, yo, the eggs and everything. I thought he was just being typical comical Usopp at first, but it turns out everything he did was for a reason, like the eggs drowning out the smell from the gas and stuff. I mean, like I said, if this guy really puts his mind to it and has the resolve that he has right now, if he can keep that throughout the rest of the series somehow, he will be up there, man. I mean, he did considerable damage to Luffy. This guy took out Arlong, Crocodile, Enelu, or NL as some of you guys like to call him. I'm not sure which is the correct way to say it, but anyway, Luffy took out all these guys, but yet Usopp just put him on his back. I was like, oh my god, this entire episode was just delicious, man. And that last the gum bullet to the gut, yo. But we all knew that Usopp did not stand a chance against Monkey D. Luffy. And when he was walking away and he was trying to hold back the tears, and then eventually it all came out, he tried to hide his face, man. I was like, bruh. This, like I said, this anime has reached an entire new level of deep, man. I'm like, shit, this really gave me the feels. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they're going to hook back up eventually, but as of right now, Luffy is giving, well, as of right now where I'm at, you guys are way past this. This probably is like episode you guys watched years ago, literally, but I mean, as someone who just watched it right now, Luffy gave the Going Merry to Usopp. But even with the Going Merry in his hands, I'm pretty sure he knows somewhere deep down that it's on his last leg. Like, he needs to give her up, but he just doesn't want to admit it because it came from somewhere very special to him. So I can kind of understand where he's coming from doing all this. But just the fact that he challenged Luffy himself to a duel, you know, he's been with him over many journeys now, and he knows what Luffy can do, and he still had the balls to stand up to this guy. This really brought out exactly what I wanted to see. This is the Usopp I wanted to see after he left a coward on that island. Like, he's like the most cowardly character that I can think of in this anime so far, and this is exactly what I wanted him to evolve into. Now the question is, will he keep this resolve, or is it just because it's something important to him? But I mean, that dial to the face and the eggs and the spikes on the ground, everything he did was epic. It's sad, even though he lost, he impressed me more in this episode than Luffy did. God, this was such an awesome episode. Just seeing Chopper wanting to go down there and help his dear friend. Oh my god, and Sanji saying, fuck no. We've already embarrassed him by whooping his ass when he was already injured and then giving him the ship out of pity. So we don't need to do anything more. But just the fact that Chopper still left medical supplies by his side. I mean, all these guys are fucking awesome. And the Water 7 arc has been great so far. I believe the I Want to Live scene is also in this arc as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. It could be the one right afterwards. I believe it's like episode 270 something. So I wouldn't be surprised if this arc, you know, stayed around that long. But so far I'm loving it. But I'm not going to go too much into detail in this arc simply because this video is about this episode 236. So I'll be back with a full Water 7 review whenever I'm done with it. But tell me what you guys thought about this epic fight. Like I said, it must be strange that I'm talking about something that most of you have experienced like literally years ago, but this is new to me and it's just epic and I'm enjoying this ride, yo. But tell me what you guys thought. This has been JB the Uchiha. Big ups to my man Usopp, yo, and I'm out.